Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I thought it might be fun to do a full face of Sarah Creal. This is one of those brands that I have quickly fallen in love with, and I am so excited that they are specifically made for what they call babes over 40. And I'm like, hi, that's me. That's me. I'm so excited by that. I so enjoy seeing makeup that's specifically made for those of us in our wiser years. And I'm really excited to jump into these products today. Now, I have almost one of every single makeup product. There's a couple that I don't have. Most of these I've purchased myself. A few of these have been sent to me by the brand, but I'll let you know what those are when we get to them. But the one thing I'm going to start with is this. This is one of my favorite things. This is their concealer. It's called their Face Flex. And this is their concealer and complexion enhancer. I've gone through almost half of mine. It's hard to see, but it's like down to here. This is the first thing I ever got from the brand and quickly fell in love with. Today, I'm going to mix it with their moisture source. This is a biphase serum, and you want to shake it up to combine everything. But I'm going to give myself like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops of this. And then into the palm of my hand, I'm also going to mix in like a really good amount of this. If you're curious, I have the shade 1.0. They recently sent me 0.5, and that'll probably work great in the wintertime, but right now, since I have picked up a little bit of sun this summer, this 1.0 is perfect. So now I'm going to mix these two together, and it's going to give me a really beautiful glowy base. This is one of those products that works beautiful without having the moisture source. If you want to just use the Face Flex as concealer and as foundation, I've done that a lot, but since it's the tail end of summer, we're not quite to fall yet, I thought it might be nice to have still a glowy look. This combo together works beautifully. I like the way that my face looks. You still can see that there's some slight freckling, some hyperpigmentation. I will go with an additional layer of this on in concentrated areas in a concentrated way, but kind of mixing it with the moisture source really gives a beautiful glowy skin-like look on the face. I like the way that it looks. It's not catching on the surface of my skin to any dry patches. It's not looking unfortunate in any way, shape, or form. But let's go in and just swipe on a little bit of concealer where I need it. They sent me one of their complexion brushes, and this is my first time using it. Oh, it's so soft. I really like the way this brush works. I feel like it's soft, and it doesn't feel like it's pokey at all. And I feel like it's a really great shape. It might look like it's small for all over complexion, but I don't find it to be so. I do like a smaller brush myself, not just for getting into, some tight corners, areas around the face, but I really also feel like this can do a great job of, building product up where you want it and smoothing it out in other areas. The one thing that I like about this concealer is that it's a medium coverage concealer. I don't find that this settles into my under eye crinkles. I find that it wears well when I kind of use it as concealer and foundation. I like the way that it doesn't age my under eyes. It's hydrating without being too glowy. I know I added some extra glow into the foundation aspect of this, but I like that it can work for both. Now, most concealers can work for both, but some really don't work on certain places. Some are best for maybe under the eyes, or some are good for, hyperpigmentation or acne, but don't dare put it under the eyes. I like that this Face Flex works everywhere on my face, and it brings a nice overall look where it perfects in certain areas, and it just makes me look like a better version of myself, a more even toned version. I took a minute to put on some eyebrows and to powder my T-zone and my under eyes. Next thing I'm going to reach for is this. I love the orange packaging. It kind of reminds me of a macaron just a little bit. It's beautiful. The packaging is so lovely. This is something I recently picked up, and this is Just Like Paradise 12-Hour Peptide Sculpting Cream Bronzer. I'm just going to grab a synthetic brush. This is the BK 106. And I'm just going to tap into here, kind of make sure that it's mixed on the back of my hand so that I don't end up picking up too much of it. And then just giving myself a little bit of a glow. I like the way that this product feels going on. It's very creamy, very much a balm type texture. Something to keep in mind if you like something that's a little bit stiffer. This is on the slightly softer side of things. Oh, it's such a pretty color. I have the lightest shade. This one is in 1.0. I use the lightest shade in all of Sarah's face products. Just because I am fair. They recently extended the shade range to their concealer, the Face Flex, and sent me a 0.5 shade. And I was so excited because when I first tried this, I was in my more winter shade, face-wise, and this was just a little bit too dark for me. And I think they saw that video and they reached out. They're like, can we send you the new shade? And I was like, yes. And now that I'm in my summer shade, guess we picked up a little bit more color than they were expecting. But this bronzer will help to give me that summer glow. Isn't it beautiful? I like the way that it looks on the skin up close. It doesn't really look like anything more than that part of my skin is just a little bit bronzer, a little bit more tan than the rest of my face. It doesn't look like a product sitting on the surface of my skin. That's one of the things I really like about these face products. I also picked up this. This is today's highlight. It's a peptide luminizing balm. I have the lightest shade. It's called This Just In. I'm going to grab a smaller brush. This is also like the bronzer, very, very balmy. You know what? I might just use my fingers. I like using my fingers with this. Look at how pretty this is. The older I get, the more careful I have to be with highlight. I still want to wear it. I still want my skin to look like it's glowing, but I don't want my skin to look like it's frosted. And there's the difference. And a lot of times powder highlights can be just a little bit too much. Now, this is beautiful with just the fingertips. It's great with the brush as well. It's great with the sponge. I've tried it with the sponge. I really like that about it. But I like that I can place this on my face and it brings a little bit of glow without actually getting rid of anything that I already have down. But I'm tapping it on really gently. Just keep that in mind. Again, the packaging is really pretty, and I like the distinguishing, the bronzer is orange and the highlight is gold. I just think the packaging is so much fun. So I threw a little blush on, but I really like the way that this cheek look came together, where it's just a little bit and it's not too much. I'm not going to end up looking really heavy or made up with this makeup, and that's one of the things I like. Something that just got delivered to my door a couple days ago, and I've been dying to try, is the new eyeliner. My Sephora box was waiting for me on the doorstep, and I was like, yay! But this is the Eyes Up Longwear Creamy Kajal Liner. I picked the shade Everyday Taupe. Let's do a little swatch of this. Ooh, what a pretty color. So it's a beautiful, almost brown, but it's not too dark. So I'm looking forward to using this. I'm not going to wear any eyeshadow today. Is that kind of weird? Should I? I think I'm going to skip it. I think I'm just going to do an eye look with the liner. This is a very creamy pencil. I would say that it reminds me in its level of creaminess, similar to a Victoria Beckham that just glides, or the Lisa Eldridge pencil that glides. But this is supposed to stay in place. I'm going to tightline my waterline as well, but I'm really excited to see how this wears. I'm always looking for that one elusive pencil that stays in the upper waterline, doesn't transfer, doesn't smudge. Yeah, I think it's going to do great above the waterline. Most longwear pencils do, but let's see if it works in the upper waterline. I'm loving this color. This really beautiful everyday taupe color is exactly what I'm looking for when I want a little bit of definition without it overtaking my eye look. I find the older I get, if I wear a really, really dark brown or a black, it can be too harsh and make me actually look older. And I like that the shade range for this eyeliner is a little bit on the softer side. They do have a black, they do have a dark brown, but then they have a bunch of really beautiful, they've got a really pretty gold shade, they've got a bronzy shade. This everyday taupe shade I think is going to be a new staple. Now this has been sitting here just for as long as it's taken me to do my eyes, but I'm really curious to see what happens. Boy, that is not budging at all, is it? I'm really pressing. I'm very impressed by this. Very impressed. So okay. I keep telling myself I'm not allowed to buy any more mascara until I finish up the mascara that I have. And I've got a giant jar full of like old just in case mascaras. So I'm trying to get through my stash of mascara. So I did not pick up the Sarah Creal mascara. It's a tubing mascara. It's called Back of the Cab. It looks beautiful, but I'm going to use a different tubing formula today, and I'll be right back. Okay, time for my favorite category, which is lips. And I have so many beautiful Sarah Creal products for you. The first thing I'm going to start with is the balm. This right here is the Adults Are Talking. I love the names of these, but like the balm itself is the Adults Are Talking. I have the shade Thriving. I have two of these. Thriving is a really beautiful kind of beigey nude shade. I feel like it's just a hair warm, but it's not like peachy warm. It's still very much a beige nude on me. I have a neutral skin tone, and this one works so well. I love this one. This is the first one that I got, and I liked it so much. Guess who had to have another? The other one I have is a pink shade called Energetic. These are so beautiful because they're glassy, they're hydrating. You don't need a mirror to put these on. So here's Energetic, and this is Thriving. Thriving definitely has more of that kind of tan, almost beigey shade to it. And this one is just lightly pink. A while ago, I picked up their No Further Questions gloss, and I really love this. I had to get this peachy shade because it's called Shut Up. And I was like, there's so many times I want to tell someone just to shut up, but I'm too kind to do that. Just like, that's enough. So I'll just quietly put my lip gloss on. This has been one of my favorite shades this summer. The formula is really beautiful. I also really like the doe foot. First of all, the doe foot is very flexible. I love how flexible it is. It's like a little paddle. So I think that if you don't have the same volume in your lips that you used to have, something like this would be great because it's not one of those big chunky doe foots that might be too big. I feel like it hugs my lips perfectly, and pulling it out once brings out just the right amount of gloss. And I was so excited when they reached out to me and asked if they could send me 3 more. So I picked 3 other shades that I was really excited to try. This pinky shade is called Calm Down. I feel like Shut Up and Calm Down are the perfect, if you like a warmer gloss, or if you like kind of more of a neutral, cooler gloss, these are going to be the 2 that you're really going to like out of the lineup. They do have like a deeper, almost a berry shade, but these 2, I feel like if you're wearing something that's a little bit on the cooler side, Calm Down is going to work for you. And if you're wearing something that's a little bit on the warmer side, Shut Up is going to be perfect. But I mean, come on, with the names even, just yes, Shut Up and Calm Down. As you can see, this one's been popular in my house. I haven't even had it for a week yet. And between both of my kids and myself, we have been reaching for this one a lot. This one's called On Top. It's so pretty. It has a subtle shine to it. One of my favorite things about this is when I press my lips together, I don't actually feel the shimmer particles. I know they're there, but they don't feel gritty or sandy in the texture of this. And as you're looking at it, they're not so shimmery that it looks like glitter. It just looks like a beautiful shine. And I feel like that's what it's giving on the lips. It's not like a real glittery gloss like you would get from Claire's or from a real adolescent sort of brand. This is definitely shimmer that adds dimension to the lips, shine and a little bit of dimension without looking cheap. I mean, I hate to say that, but this is a very beautiful, expensive, luxurious type of gloss. The other favorite thing about this is it doesn't actually string or pull here in the corners. It does a great job of staying on the lips. It's very, very hydrating. This No Further Questions formula is really beautiful. The last shade they sent me is called My Pleasure. This one's beautiful. It's kind of like a darker brown shade, but it has a touch of rose to it. It also has that gentle sparkle to it that you have in the other shade, where it adds dimension, but it doesn't look like it's too much. This is such a beautiful, luxurious formula. I really, really like it. Here are all the glosses. This is Shut Up. This is Calm Down. This is On Top. And My Pleasure. Aren't they just lovely? Oh, they feel really good on the lips. The other thing is they last for several hours. I have been wearing these on and off. Like the first one that I got, the one that I got myself, I've been able to wear it for like 4 hours and I still have moisture on my lips. The gloss might actually be gone, where it's like hydrated my lips and my lips feel nice and plump. They have a soft, pillowy texture to them, but the shine itself is gone. The color is still there, but these actually last quite a long time. Another thing that I love about these is they do not leave my vermilion border. I don't know what sort of like magic that is, but the fact that there is a gloss that is hydrating, that feels good on the lips, that doesn't have a gritty texture to the ones that are shimmery, and doesn't go outside of my lip line. I mean, whatever magic that is, I am here for it. I also have one of their lipsticks. This is the Speak for Yourself lipstick. Of course, I picked up a brown shade, and this is called Madam President. This formula is fantastic. Another product that doesn't leave my vermilion border also has a real beautiful magnetic closure. I really like the way this look turned out today. I feel like my love affair with this brand started with this right here, the Face Flex. This concealer, foundation, do-it-all sort of situation is what really made me fall in love with the brand. And then I just kept getting more and more and more and more. For me, what really hit the best, and I'm so excited always to try, are more lip products from Sarah Creal. Like, I love every single lip product I have. I can't wait till there's a lip liner. Hoping that's coming soon. While I was doing my eye look, I was sure that the opposite end, and I didn't even open it up, was going to be a sponge tip applicator. Guess what? It's actually a brush, one that you can use to pull and elongate out like your liner. I wish I had known that because I was trying to do it all with the sharp edge of the liner and my fingernail. It would have been so nice to know that on the other end was a brush. So now that I know, I think I might be a little disappointed every time I reach for a different liner that has like a longwear gel kajal, but the other end is a smudge tip. This is going to be a new favorite. I can feel it. I can feel it. I do really like the way the cheeks turned out today. I feel like I have just enough bronze, just enough glow without it looking overwhelming. I think it looks really, really lovely. This brand is hitting all the high notes that I'm looking for. Not just the luxurious touches in the packaging where everything is glass. This is glass. The glosses are also in little glass vials. I love that. I love that we have magnetic closures on the lip products. Like these guys all have magnetic closures on them. Love. I mean, that little clicking sound, that's just amazing. And the attention to detail on these guys, these also have a magnetic closure, but what I like about them is that they're easy to open because you just, hold on either side and you can just open it right up. I love this. I feel like you're getting the luxurious touches, especially for the price point that Sarah Creal is. I feel like this is everyday luxurious makeup, where I end up looking like a perfected version of myself. I don't want to look like a different version of me. I want to look like a perfected version of me. And I feel like that's what this makeup is giving. And that's what I like so much about it. Here's where I want to know, have you tried Sarah Creal? Do you have a favorite product? Is there one that I haven't tried that you absolutely love? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so, so much for making the time to watch today. And thank you to Sarah Creal for sending just a few extra things my way so I can share them with you. Have a great day, and I will see you again soon.